This gospel passage always reminds me of a retreat experience I had when I was preparing for confirmation as a high school student. We were coming back from the retreat, which was up on Palomar Mountain, which is by San Diego. And we had just had a wonderful weekend of prayer and quiet and community. And it was just this joyful gathering. And as we were coming off the mountain, I remember seeing ahead of us as we were getting low enough where we were entering the clouds. And there was one moment when I was in this beautiful California sunshine. Then we hit the clouds. And then the rest of the way was just rain, 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 and rain. And it struck me as very symbolic at the time that after we had spent 2 days up on top of the mountain in the sun, reflecting on how much God loves us and not having to worry about anything, we were coming back to the gray, regular reality of our lives with so many distractions and so many challenges. And I think the experience of the disciples in today's gospel is even stronger than that image I have of it, because they were able to see Jesus in all his glory and experience the greatest heroes of the Old Testament come and speak with him. And then they were coming down the mountain, not just to the regular reality, but not yet knowing that they were about to face the crucifixion and all the challenges that came with it, of understanding how this could be. So I know that they received that gift of the transfiguration so they could be prepared for it. So that when they saw Jesus rejected and suffering on the cross, they could draw strength from the fact that they saw him glorified there on top of the mountain, and know that he is the Son of the Father. I think that's the point of all of our mountaintop experiences. The point of all those moments when we feel God's grace, when we feel that closeness. Moments like that retreat was for me when I was 16 or so. Those moments prepare us for the moments of challenge. They give us something that we can return to in our prayer so that we can draw strength from it when God doesn't feel so close. Which is why it's so important to make sure that we are keeping those moments of grace, those moments of closeness really alive in our hearts, that we're returning to them in our prayer, that we are recognizing that those moments are important. Because we need to have them ready for the times when we need them most. So I just invite you to make sure that you are thinking about those times when you felt God's grace, when you felt it working in the actions of your friends or family, when you felt it acting in your prayer in a sense of peace, in a sense of joy, in a sense of knowing what it is that you're called to do. Make sure that you know the moments to draw upon when you need the extra boost. And then when you are experiencing a time of suffering, when you are experiencing a moment when God just doesn't feel like he's there, reflect on those mountaintop experiences. In your prayer, come back and remember how you felt. And remember that Christ is just as close to you now as he was then. Because he's always there. He's always supporting us. He's always loving us, even in the times when we cannot feel him. That's why it's so important to keep drawing upon the times when we do. And that's why those gifts had been given to us.